Judging from Daniel's temperament, things are bound to get out of control.
Oh, it's okay. He's unarmed. Nut.
Proud of you for that one.
Thank you.
Melvin, I need...
Hey, Agent York, what's next?
Oh, the next episode of the Let's Play is what's next.
Good segue, Patty.
I know, right? It's great. Also, we timed that Lotus screen, just for anyone who's curious, 1 minute by the second.
Fear not, Patty. Our next stop is that stylish woman's house. Her name is Helena Doman, and apparently she lives in this town.
What? You want to go meet her?
You know her?
Yeah. Everyone calls her Lena. Hey, how'd you figure out her name anyway? No one told you, right?
That's true. No one told me, verbally. By pure chance, Zach and I happened to acquire this. We picked it up from the ground while the pastor was busy crying.
Wait, what?
Patty, this is a prescription for a female hormone medication,
Ah, yeah.
which means this person is undergoing hormone treatment.
This is apparently a controversial character right now.
Yeah, I saw that
Yeah.
when it came to her name and then gender. It just said MF, but it didn't have either one circled.
Yeah.
This is the ticket to the goddess that we were meant to find at the White Hall.
Oh.
I just remembered something that Melvin said to me in the holding cell. Professor R isn't exactly a normal woman, according to him. Now it all makes sense, Patty. Lena Doman is the stylish woman we've been searching for. Professor R, in the flesh.
You know, Agent York, you might actually have some talent after all.
Can we address the black car right behind
I'll
them?
be honest with you, Patty. Both Zach and I are
That wasn't there
extremely
before, was it?
I don't think it was there before. I assumed that they put a hearse at the church because that's how you transport dead bodies, but I don't know why it's just on the fucking lawn.
And there's even the same phoneme in both church and hearse.
I have no idea.
You know that sound in the middle of both words?
Yeah?
Same thing for both of those two words. So it's a hearse at a church.
That is correct. I'm fairly sure that's a coincidence.
Damn.
So I hope you can trust us and continue working as our assistant.
Let me just open my purse real quick.
Alright, well, let's get the map.
The Lord
Where
hungers,
are you?
otherwise you'll be cursed.
So, how do we know where she lives? Do we have, a quest marker right now? It's
1,119.20 away.
in that direction.
Lena Doman's house.
Oh, way up here. So it's by the skateboard workshop. Got it. Well, we got to fast travel there then. Whoa! Oh, Jesus. You know, for as much as this game terrifies me to my very core that it's going to crash, it hasn't crashed yet. And that's more than we can say about the first game.
In the first game, we played it on the PC.
Yeah. On the first game, I think episodes 2 through 4 all ended with us crashing. I'm not sure. All right, I'm going to use that phone just in case. I don't see any reason not to, considering how fast saving is.
But if you use this specific phone, it crashes the game.
Oh, no! Okay, I almost said bike there. No, we're going to skateboard there.
Maybe the bike is the next upgrade past the skateboard.
I get the feeling we're going to be skateboarding the whole game and just upgrading it with, what do you call them? Learning new tricks and getting...
Upgrades and stuff.
Yeah, the charms, yeah. I'm going to steal her mail on my way in.
I thought she was female. Oh, never mind.
Oh. Fuck.
Hey, red tree.
Wait, there was a red tree?
The
Yeah, it was
address on the
behind her
prescription led us
chimney.
to this house.
Seems like she ain't home. No lights on either.
Okay, I want to see the red tree first. Whoa. There it is. Jesus, game. It's just choking. Just wanna,
Whoa.
think it was just the sun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
York, what are you doing? I'm focusing at the sun. What does it
I'm
look like?
rummaging around her yard. Wow, that's floating.
Yeah, I know.
Trees are bad about that in this game, aren't they?
That's like an eldritch tree.
Yeah. It's got like, horrible tentacles.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll try knocking on the door. Or more likely ring the doorbell. Never mind, I don't see a doorbell. I barely see a door. Give it some time, York.
Professor R's never home, you know.
She's just in her car. Her fancy sports
Why
car.
do you know so much about Professor R?
I am Professor R.
I don't know that
What do you think
much,
the R stands for?
really.
It's Risha.
But you're the first person in town who mentioned her name to me. You also knew about San Rouge, didn't you? And when I tried to ask you more about it back then, you gave me an evasive answer. You're my assistant, aren't you? If you are, then you need to tell me everything you know about this case.
Daddy don't like Lena. He
Sounds like
said
a song.
It's stupid for a man to want to turn into a woman.
Ooh.
What?
And he told me I ain't supposed to talk about her. He said that if you knew someone like her was living here, Agent York, you'd start to hate this town.
That's ridiculous. Why would I ever hate this town?
People get killed in it? I don't know.
There is the Clarksons. It kind of feels like the town's run by the mob in some way, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Because one of its inhabitants is transgender? Why in the world would that make a difference to me?
The other folks in town said the same thing as Daddy.
You look so happy about it, Patty.
They all know about Saint Rouge and Professor R.
San Rouge and Professor R. Does she have something to do with the drugs?
I mean, she does have a red tree.
Good point.
And about how she's waging war against the Clarksons.
Okay, well, that's a fair enough goal.
But they all say we ain't supposed to talk about it.
You sound like you're gonna cry, but you don't look like you're gonna cry.
Oh, there we go.
And here I'd assumed that ignorant way of thinking died out with the 20th century.
Well, this game is like 2005 in a population. What's the population of this town? Like under 500.
Yeah, it's within the hundreds.
Like this is very, very low. You're gonna have some out of date ideas, I guess.
I guess I really am an outsider after all. I thought that everyone was
Look at York's
cooperating in the
eyelashes.
investigation. But it turns out they were all hiding key information from me.
Man, York sounds genuinely offended that they were hiding info from him.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard him like this in Deadly Premonition 1.
Damn it, Zach. This just made me hate the countryside for the first time in my entire life.
Oh no!
Deep
Melvin
South, it's incredible. The Deep South, damn it!
Melvin was right. Now I hate the country. Oh no, crying.
The greatest onomatopoeia next to smoking.
Okay, that does not sound like a child crying. That sounds like an actual baby crying. It's really annoying.
I'm sorry for being so loud, Patricia. But just remember this. A person's birthplace, nature, race, and physical features have no bearing on their value as a human being.
I'm guessing most of this scene was probably heavily changed, because this is nothing like what I heard it originally was.
We're always free, and we should respect each other just the way we are.
I kind of feeling this is just one of those moments where Sweary's just putting his opinion into York's mouth, which, I mean, he does a lot. York clearly just has, like, most of his character traits are just because it's Sweary. Sweary's obsessed with movies, so York is obsessed with movies, stuff like that. And I'm not necessarily saying that's a bad thing or anything, by the way. I think that it makes more sense that York would be really tolerant of trans people. He's just not the kind of guy who seems to give a shit about that. He seems to have a childlike wonderment about every new thing he discovers, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of love that about York.
So
Yeah,
you shouldn't feel a need
he's
to
fun.
hate Lena for no reason.
Yeah.
No matter what the people around you say, you can't let them control you.
He seems like an infinitely understanding person who simply wants to learn everything he can about the world, and I like that.
Sometimes things like common sense and decency can end up deeply hurting other people.
That's a confusing sentence.
I sincerely hope you don't forget that.
Decency hurts people? What?
Okay, I won't.
So, like, in a circumstance where, the example I'm thinking of, where you're trying to get out of a relationship, for example, and you're being decent to the other person by not, like, letting on that you want to break up, so you're trying to let them down slowly, but
Okay, I got you.
Further deeper into the relationship, further deeper.
Yeah, when in reality it'd be better to break things off, but you don't want that moment, well, not a moment of pain, but that temporary pain, even though it's long-term in the good. Okay.
Yeah.
Good example, actually.
But if Lena's committed a crime, that's a different story altogether.
Yeah, we still gotta investigate.
She may be a social minority, but she's still free and capable of knowing the difference between right and wrong. Professor R, I sincerely hope she's smart enough to understand that.
I'm happy that York has some nuance about that, because Jesus, the amount of people I've seen who excuse bad behavior based on, like, but that person probably had it shitty in life. I bet you a lot of school shooters had it real shitty in life, too. Doesn't mean anything they did is even remotely acceptable. Alright, so we gotta...
There we go.
Ooh, I was about to say we gotta hunt her down. Like, maybe go to the bar that we think she frequents. In fact, we think we saw her at the bar and couldn't talk to her. If that was Professor R...
If Hungan is going to show up in the reflection of, like, the marble of the pillars, that'd be great.
Ooh.
To the two ends and drink dry the fire water.
Sorry, I'll explain why that's
Do
so funny
this,
later.
And you will see the other world.
Firewater is alcohol.
Yes.
Zach, did you hear that? It's another oracle. I assume this means we're getting closer to the truth. Well, this is good. We don't have any other big clues at the moment. What do you say we continue the skeletal gentleman's game?
All right. I need to explain why firewater just made me laugh. Oh,
We'll
is
give
it
it
gonna
a
go
second.
straight
We
to
gotta
dialogue?
pick out
Yeah.
the bar. We gotta pick out the
After
bar.
I spent the 90s listening to nothing but punk rock. I fell out of touch with music, but the digital audio player I received last Christmas changed everything. Now
Listen to the
people
two
walk around
in
with
sand.
Thousands of songs in their pockets. You following me?
See that
Zach?
at the top?
That's right. This oracle is connected to music.
Listen to the two ends sand drink dry the firewater. What?
There's no space between ins and the word and.
Oh.
It's the owl's nest, though.
Okay, I was so lost. Okay, now that he has stopped talking, firewater. Why is this so funny to me? Fatima's been going on hikes and stuff with her friend from work from forever ago, who's much older than her. Go on hikes and stuff. She fairly normal person, but you know, when you get into the certain level of hippiness of people, they start saying ridiculous things that you just need to take into passing, like it's okay, because they're otherwise totally normal and good people. Going on a hike with this lady, and she just randomly starts going on and on about how everything started getting worse when the white man gave the red man fire water. Everything was downhill from there. She's some person who I think dated a native guy like decades ago and thinks she's some kind of expert and starts talking all crazy like that. Oh, it's so funny.
So before you move on from here as well, I just noticed that one of the streets of town is called Gumbo, which is very close to Gumbo.
Yeah.
So you can go to Gumbo Street.
It's the combination of calling it firewater and the white man and the red man. And it's the combination of that and the idea that, like, when Europeans brought them alcohol, that's when everything went down. Are you trying to imply that they did not have drugs before us? Because, my god, the wacky-ass hallucinogens that the natives of North America used to use.
And then they got the white worm excretion from the yellow man.
Oh, no.
They refer to the last letter of the alphabet, Z.
I will remind you that they're the ones who taught us how to smoke.
And what's a word that has two Z's in it? Jazz, of course.
Case closed.
The killer is Jazz.
Remember, we're in Louisiana here.
Mm-hmm.
The firewater is even easier.
Mm-hmm.
It's alcohol. Let's go to that
It
jazz
is?
bar and have a drink while we consider our next plan of action.
Dude, you have no idea how much we've already been doing that game.
Don't worry. This is all part of our job. Isn't it, Zach?
It's all part of the job. Let's get sloshed. So are we gonna go there and meet Professor R at the bar that we've been going to every day for like a week?
And ran into her once during our time there.
To DC Eagle.
Melvin, cut it out. Is this bigotry I hear?
Lucari Tiger to DC Eagle. Come in.
Oh, Daddy.
DC Eagle here. Got any news for me?
Well, Mr. York, we got ourselves a bit of a problem here.
What sort of problem?
Looks like Daniel's gathered up a group of people to help him find Galina's killer on his own. If the Clarksons get serious, they'll probably put an end to this case before we even know what hit us.
How will they put an end to the case?
And it sure won't be wrapped up the way you want it to, Mr. York.
Yes, that certainly is a problem. Judging from Daniel's temperament, things are bound to get out of control.
Oh, it's okay. He's unarmed. Nut.
Proud of you for that one.
Thank you.
Melvin, I need to find Professor R as soon as possible.
I'm pretty proud of myself with that one.
Professor R?
That's right.
Just starts dropping slurs.
That ain't such a good idea.
I didn't ask for your personal opinion, Melvin.
Whoa!
Oof.
Especially
Oof.
if it comes from an antiquated, xenophobic way of thinking that's characteristic of rural towns.
Ooh! He went
Ooh.
straight. Not only did you go straight for it, but you dissed his hometown while you were at it. Ooh!
Whoa now, Mr. York. What's going on here? I didn't...
This conversation is over, Melvin.
Ooh! You're not even gonna talk to him about it?
You need to figure out what the Clarksons are planning. Call me again as soon as you know.
Hey, Melvin. You remember that time you told me that the Clarksons don't like you and you implied it's because of your race? And we can all agree that that's stupid because you were born that way? Yeah. Think about it a little bit.
Fine. Whatever you say.
Also, sorry, but would you mind coming to pick up Patricia? I would never think to take an innocent girl like her into an adult watering hole.
Did we take her into an adult watering hole?
Not yet.
Yeah, I don't think she was following us for those bar trips.
No.
Yeah, you're right. CLG's still too young for that.
Wait, Daddy! Agent York! I'm going too. Don't leave me out of this.
I'm gonna go drink
No,
water
Patricia.
with my daddy.
You signed a contract with me, remember? I promised to protect you from all the evil in our world.
That's not what it means.
Alcohol.
Patty, you're smart. Shockingly so. But you're still a child. And there are certain things a child like you doesn't need to learn about yet.
Like
Just
murder.
go home
Oops.
for today. Zach and I are both in agreement on this one.
We did show you a dead body once. Are you sure, though, that that's what happened? I have evidence to the contrary.
They said that it happened. We heard that it happened. There's a third thing in there somewhere that we're just gonna ignore, and it's clear that she was sticking her tongue out.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. 66% is a passing mark.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you understand, Patty. Okay, Melvin, that's that. I'm leaving her here.
At Professor R's house.
The rest
Where's
is in
here?
your hands.
Yeah, can you, York, can you tell me where you left my daughter?
DC Eagle, come in. Where is she?
I'll take care of her, Mr. York.
York, you're not allowed to hang out with my daughter anymore because you called me out for my xenophobia over the walkie-talkie. I mean, if he's bigoted enough to have an issue with this, you'd think that maybe he would have an issue with us just running around with his daughter like this and teaching her all kinds of wacky things about city living. I don't know, I just figure if he's closed-minded enough, about that, then he'd be close-minded enough about this. Oh god. Jesus Christ. How is it that the majority of trees seem to have an issue with their roots? Where they're just a little too high off the ground, you know? Okay, hold on. I just want to mark this. There we go. So hold on. Where are we going? We are going to the Owl's Nest. Right.
We need it to be nighttime.
That's okay. I have a sleeping bag.
And cigarettes.
And I have cigarettes. Cigarettes is probably a better idea, actually. So it's got to be 6 o'clock?
5, I believe, for Monday through Thursday.
Right. It changes day by day. And today's still Monday.
Yep.
It is 9:30 in the morning. Eventful day. Oh, that's all I did was walk near it.
Owl's Nest.
Huh. If I try the door, what happens? Closed?
Jack, it appears to be closed.
Yeah.
Let's come back during...
Okay, just seeing if, like, we had to knock on it and go in early. I don't know.
Knock on wood.
I'm going to use... I believe it's 6 hours for heavy cigarettes. So if we got to get to 5 p.m. 5 p.m. is 15, right? 15 o'clock? Yeah.
17 o'clock. 1700.
Right. 15 to be 3 o'clock. Sorry, I've got a really hard time with...
So one of these cigarettes and then a medium cigarette, I think, should be fine.
Okay. Because I think a feather cigarette lasts 1 hour? Oh, hold... Oh, we almost. Okay. We're getting close. Yeah, medium will probably do. All right.
Sorry, a middle cigarette.
Oh, yeah, a middle one. Weird name. There we go. Now, if we walk in there, there's a bunch of people already in there. We already know that they couldn't have walked in there because we were at the door.
Look, Zach. That seat is beckoning us.
Our seat that we always go to, yes. Sit at the bar. I don't know if I can do this mission. Man, did we put the game on hard mode? Let's drop a save.
I love that second Z on jazz music above York right now is like it kind of blends in with the background, so you kind of see just Jay's music.
Where are we looking?
Right above the phone.
Oh, yeah, it does blend in, doesn't it?
Also, I love. Sorry, go on.
It looks like backwards GAHH.
Gah!
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. I didn't register that as the
Before
fucking
you go
word.
there.
Yeah.
Before you go there, look up above the bar. Good drank.
How did we never notice that? That's incredible.
It sometimes flickers to say "go drank" instead.
Oh, that's good. Or just go.
Or go.
Oh, that's great.
Listen to the two ends and drink dry the fire water. Do this, and you will see the other world.
Your imitation isn't that close.
Hungan's oracle pointed us to this bar. So we must have to do something here. But I feel like the firewater part is missing something.
Actual alcohol?
Start a drink. Start a drink. Start having a drink. I missed an operative word. Large go sign. What?
Oh. Well, that was it. Oh,
For
the reflection is actually reflecting it naturally as opposed to actually like being reversed.
Oh. What? Is Hungan gonna show up there?
Good. Go.
Goo. Wow, I didn't think I'd nail it immediately. That was a joke pick.
Zach, do you see that? It's a gigantic go sign.
I did not realize that was going to be part of the actual, like,
I know.
what we're supposed to be doing.
This must be a singularity.
Okay.
There she is.
Beautiful lipstick. The color red suits you.
Is this the person who was at...
Thank you. Red is the color of life.
Is this the person who
No
was sitting at the
human
bar and we couldn't
knows the
talk to?
joy of life
Yes.
Would ever hate this color,
I think you're right.
or would they?
I feel like I recognize her voice actor.
I'm not sure. It kind of feels familiar, but I'm not sure.
Maybe not. But I know of a drug with a red color that certainly doesn't signify life. It sometimes even steals the lives of those who drown themselves in it.
Fire, water,
Catch my
because it's
drift?
red, because it's fire?
Literal
This
firewater?
flame burns out. It burns brighter than ever before, blazing like a shining red star.
You know, the more I hear it, the more
Don't
familiar
you
it
think
sounds.
That instant is more
Deadly
valuable than a century of
Premonition
smoldering.
2 voice actors.
If you find, like, the IMDb, maybe it won't have
The blaze
spoiler.
doesn't cast out the darkness.
Billy
It only
Kometz,
emphasizes it.
known for Neon Genesis and Evangelion.
But where are my manners? I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York.
He does various voices in Pokemon.
Let me get straight to the point. You were present when Lise Clarkson was murdered. And you were also involved with Galena Clarkson's death.
Oh, he's Maruki in Persona 5 Royal. Okay, interesting.
Agent Morgan, are you a man who can hold his liquor?
Oh shit, he's also Gallo in
I'd love
Promare.
some firewater.
I'd love some fire water.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, it hasn't stopped being funny
similar.
to me yet.
You and I?
Really? I don't see the resemblance.
Well, you should. Look deeper. Think about who you were when you were first born, and who you are now. Different selves exist inside your body.
I like that.
Are
That's
you
a good
talking
point.
about Zach?
He's mostly a recent voice actor, it looks like, but his oldest roles are from Neon Genesis Evangelion as Shigeru Aoba.
I never watched the show, but I know it's big. Wow, that did she just cast a spell? She set that on fire, and I swear to God, no
I
flames
was
touched
born
it.
as a man, but in my heart, I wasn't so. And this is a small town. I experienced far more scorn and discrimination than anyone could ever imagine. Especially from my father.
Why did you decide to
Parents
live
are
here?
supposed to raise their children with love. That's the norm, right? Not for me. I was raised by my father's flesh-seething hatred.
So you ran away from home, started making drugs, then seduced a young life and destroyed it? That story makes no sense to me. Think about it. They didn't burn you in a witch hunt, nor did they ever try to take your life. Yet here you are, letting your selfish fantasies drive you to torch the entire town with vengeful fire. Why did you abandon your inheritance only to end up in a place like this? What do you hope to achieve?
You've already figured out that much. Leonard doesn't exist anymore. He disappeared from me a long time ago.
I don't
All
think
that's
we've
left
ever seen the
now
name
is
Leonard.
Red Soul.
The Red Soul?
The Red Soul gives me
Uh,
strength.
he starts getting intoxicated
I'm
as the
allowed
switch
to
starts
use
to
that
fade.
strength to change this world.
I was just
The Red
drugged from that
Soul has
alcohol,
the
wasn't
power
I?
to amplify the unique characteristics we all possess. Mentally and physically. That's why I created the holy red powder. So that everyone can enjoy its divine benefits.
That's ridiculous.
Our world is home to scarier monsters than violence and prejudice.
We were totally drugged.
Ugh. Zach.
Someday, even your best friend will abandon you.
No. Never.
And in the end, you'll be all alone.
Zach and I will always be together.
And then they weren't.
I love the idea that that wasn't spiked in any way. He just cannot hold any liquor.
I mean, have you seen him after he takes a couple of cocktail shots?
Fair. The
Can't
swerving.
walk very well.
We did drink fire.
Oh, here we go again.
Oh, my hands aren't even on the controller, by the way.
Yeah, this is a
Can I,
cutscene.
Yeah, it's a
Where
cutscene.
are you, Daddy? Don't leave me here.
Did you notice that Professor R basically just admitted to being a drug dealer, by the way? She said she created the red powder.
I was busy looking up the voice actor, so.
Ah,
I can't find Mommy either. Don't leave me alone. Please?
please?
Please!
Please, Daddy. Please, Daddy.
Oh. I thought we were gonna be in like a dungeon and have to do an Otherworld segment.
I mean, we are supposed to be in Otherworld pretty soon, based on Hungan's Oracle.
Right.
Oh, she got a sack. She spiked the drink with some sort of sleeping pill.
We got fucking roofied. I didn't think that was happening in Deadly Premonition.
No wonder they call her the professor. Whew. But that was a rash move.
Did he have like a dark time in college when one of his college professors roofied him?
I don't know. What are you referencing, York? Also, roofing an FBI agent sounds like a really bad idea.
Perhaps she realized that she's finally crossed the point of no return. Or... We need to head to the Clarksons at once before it's too late.
Yeah, I kind of thought that Professor R wouldn't definitely be the bad guy or whatever. Cause I don't know, it felt a little obvious, and we walk in and right away she just admits to it pretty much.
We can
I
still
don't know.
stop
There's
this.
still a bit more of game to go, I
Yeah.
feel. So
Well, I'm sure we're barely into the plot. We've only had one Otherworld segment.
and we haven't even tried to investigate in the modern day yet.
I know, right? So I figure that she's not the final boss or anything, but I guess she's a part of it.
Maybe she's like the first act of 3 acts.
Maybe. Drink the fire water.
Yeah.
Head to the front gate of the Clarksons. It's a good thing we have the fast travel for that. We're not gonna radio this in or anything. It's a good thing no one was at this open bar, by the way, or else
Yeah, right?
maybe we'd hold on.
Good drink.
Okay, you see the reflection up there?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the reflection at the outside of a building? I just saw a car. Did I see a car, or is that a fan? It's a ceiling fan. Okay, no, it's an actual reflection. Okay. I couldn't quite tell. It looked a little bit like I was seeing, the reflection of the outside of buildings. Oof. All right, on the next episode, everybody, we go to the front gate of the Clarksons, and I don't know what happens. I imagine we're going to go there and have an Otherworld segment. We have to fight, Danny or something. Until next time, have a nice day.
See ya.